Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Retro, and we've just been given some news about the Infinite Forbidden. We all knew that the Fiendsmith cards were going to be included into the set, however we've gotten very important information that Moon, Goddess of the Closed Forest, the light linked to Fiend monster that is generic, is also going to be in the set. So if you don't know what this means, this essentially means that now any two monsters are able to go into full Fiendsmith combo. So what better way to help everyone prepare for post-Infinite Forbidden than to show everyone a couple of just foundation or starting guides for what you could do post-Infinite Forbidden with Fiendsmith. Let's get started with the combos. Okay, so for our first combo, we are going to show what one single Fiendsmith Engraver plus any normal summon can achieve. We have Snake Eye Ash here, but you could also use a card like Samsara de Lotus. So let's get started. We're going to first off use our copy of the Fiendsmith in hand. It's going to search us out a copy of Fiendsmith Tractus, the Fiendsmith spell. You then activate Fiendsmith Tractus to search out a copy of the Fabled Lure, and then we're going to be discarding that same Fabled Lure, which is then going to, because if this card is discarded at the graveyard, special summon it, so we get to special summon Fabled Lure for free. Next we get to make Fiendsmith Requiem, the Link 1, which is just easy to make, one light fiend monster. You can see why this might be a problem. You're then going to activate the Requiem effect, tributing off, to special summon a second Fiendsmith from your deck. Next you're going to activate the Fiendsmith Engrave, shuffling back the Fabled Lure to special summon out your copy of Fiendsmith. Then you're going to be able to overlay into a generic rank 6. For this point of this combo, we're going to show you with Wave High King Caesar, which protects you against any of your opponent's Nibiru's or whatnot. But you could also do some other things as well. And now you are free to summon Snake Eye Ash and just proceed to go for full combo, which is, we all know full Snake Eyes combo, so we don't need to show off that one. So yeah, that's going to be our first combo. You probably are wondering, why is Fiendsmith so good if you don't open your one card normal summon combos? Don't worry, this combo shows you what you can do if you don't open the Snake Eye Ash normal summon, and why Fiendsmith is exceptionally broken. Fiendsmith Engraver, sending it from hand to grave to add your Fiendsmith Tractus, your spell card. Next, you're going to activate your Tractus to search out your copy of Fabled Lure, and then we're going to discard that same Fabled Lure, which is going to trigger the Fabled Lure to special summon it back from the graveyard. And you have a light fiend monster, which can now go into the Link 1 Fiendsmith Requiem. Next, you're going to activate the Fiendsmith Requiem to special summon out the Fiendsmith from deck. Next, you're going to use the Fiendsmith Engrave to special summon itself back out by shuffling your copy of Fabled Lure into the deck. Then you're going to do something a little bit different here. You're now going to link the two Fiendsmiths off into a Fiendsmith Sequentia, which this monster has the ability fusion summon Lacrimosa from deck. When this card is fusion summoned, you can target one light fiend monster in your graveyard or banished, so if it got hit by something like a Bestial, you can just get it back, and either add it to your hand or special summon it. In this case, we're going to be using it to special summon back the Fiendsmith from grave. Next, we're going to be overlaying these two for a copy of Beatrice. We're going to use Beatrice effect. Now, I specifically like to detach the Fiendsmith before the fusion, because it has an added effect here where you can go shuffle one other light fiend monster from your graveyard into the deck, and you're able to burn your opponent. So if these cards already weren't broken enough, they have a way to win in time. And then you're going to send Snake Eye Ash to grave. You're able to then link the Link to Sequentia and the Beatrice off into a copy of Promethean Princess. And big surprise, you're now able to bring back Snake Eye Ash and then go to full Snake Eyes combo without actually having to draw your Snake Eyes Ash. Fiendsmith doesn't stop getting broken because we're also able to set up a way to bring out a negate, so the deck can be even more resilient. So it's going to start out the same way. We're going to activate the Fiendsmith in hand to search out your copy of Tractus. You're then going to activate Tractus to search out a copy of Fabled Lure, and Fabled Lure is going to be discarded. Then you're going to be able to trigger the effect of your Fabled Lure to special summon out. And now you're going to be able to link off the Fabled Lure into a Fiendsmith Requiem here. Then activate the effect of Fiendsmith Requiem to special out Fiendsmith Engraver from your deck. You now are going to use the Fiendsmith in Graveyard by shuffling back the Fabled Lure. Then you link the two Fiendsmiths off into a copy of Fiendsmith Sequentia. You're going to use Fiendsmith Sequentia's effect to fusion summon, but this time we're going to do it a little bit differently. We're going to put back all three monsters to make a different card. This is called Fiendsmith Desiree. I don't know really how we say that, but this is the Fiendsmith card that does the negation. And you might be wondering how it does that. It has the effect reads as follows. Quick effect. You can negate the effects of a number of face-up cards on the field up to the total link rating of the link monsters equipped to this card until the end of this turn. You might be wondering how we do that? Well, let's keep watching the combo. You're then going to use Fiendsmith Tractus because it has a graveyard effect, as if this card wasn't already really good. You're going to be able to banish this card from your graveyard, fusion summon one Fiendsmith fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material. So you're going to send the Sequentia and the Desiree to the grave to fusion summon out Fiendsmith Lacrimosa. Next, you're going to use the Fiendsmith Lacrimosa effect because it was fusion summoned to bring back the copy of Fiendsmith Desiree. Then you're going to use the Fiendsmith Sequentia's effect in the graveyard. You can target one non-link Light Fiend monster you control and equip this card from your field or graveyard to that monster you control as an equipped spell with this effect. Your opponent cannot target the equipped monster with card effects, so you have a way to negate two cards, essentially like a Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, and this card can also not be targeted. This is specifically good because it can now counter your opponent's ability to use Infinite Impermanence on anything you have. However, just use this combo with a little bit of a disclaimer. I wouldn't do it unless you have something like Crossout or multiple extenders in hand with a normal summon, because this combo does get very susceptible to something like an Nibiru. So just take that in mind before you do this combo. But then here you're just able to go to a, didn't show it, but I'm just going to use Snake Eye Ash as a normal summon and then go into full Snake Eyes combo with an extra Fiendsmith Lacrimosa body on the field for whatever reason. Because of the release of, or / announcement of the link to Moon Goddess in Infinite Forbidden, one card Snake Eye Ash combo looks like now. You start by normal summoning Snake Eye Ash. You're going to use its effect to get Poplar from deck. You're going to activate Poplar effect to special summon. Poplar's going to add Divine Temple of the Snake Eyes. You're then going to place Snake Eye Oak. Now I specifically like to place Oak here, so that way we can get it out when we link off to the Flame Urge. You're then going to use Snake Eye Ash to special out Snake Eye's Flame Birch Dragon. You're then going to link off the Flame Birch Dragon and the Poplar for the new Link 2 Moon of the Closed Sky. Wonder where this is going to go. Then you're going to go Chainlink 1 Flame Urge, Chainlink 2 Poplar, play around the potential of Ghost Bell. Special summon back Snake Eye Ash and Snake Eye Oak, trigger your Snake Eye's Oak effect to get a free body of Poplar on the field. So this is essentially the same thing as before, where you are quite resilient to something like Nibiru, because if they do nib you here, you then have the ability to go into Flame Budge up the middle. So yeah, it doesn't really matter if you get nibbed here. And this is assuming you don't even have any other extenders in hand as well. You then link off the Moon of the Close Sky into a Link 1 Fiendsmith Requiem. So now you're able to go into full Fiendsmith combo. Tribute off the Fiendsmith Requiem to special summon out Fiendsmith Engraver. Then use your Requiem effect to equip to your Fiendsmith. And then you get an extra resource on field, so now you can actually use the Snake Eye Oak effect for free to special summon out your second Flame Urge. Next, we are going to link off the Fiendsmith and the Poplar into a Fiendsmith Sequentia. We're going to use Fiendsmith Sequentia's effect, putting back our two Link monsters to make Fiendsmith Lacrimosa. And because Lacrimosa was fusion summoned, we then can choose to target the Fiendsmith in our grave. But in this case, we're going to actually add the Fiendsmith to hand instead, because we haven't used the hand effect. Next, we're going to be able to use the Fiendsmith in hand to search out Fiendsmith Tractus. Next, we're going to use Tractus effect to add the Fabled Lure to hand and discard Fabled Lure. That will then trigger the Fabled Lure effect, putting an extra body on board. Now, I like to link off the Snake Eye Ash and the Fabled Lure into a copy of IP Masquerena, linking these two off for a copy of Apollousa Above the Goddess. You're then able to use the Fiendsmith Engrave, putting back the Fabled Lure, and make an Exceed for DDD Wave High King Caesar. Finally, we're able to use the Snake Eyes Flamebird Dragon's effect to place our IP in the spell trap zone. So we have a 2-material Apollousa, Flamebird, IP, Divine Temple, and Wave High King Caesar, all off of one normal summoned Snake Eye Ash. And this is our final combo today. So you might be wondering why this is so much more broken than you would think before. And this is a combo that can make any floodgate in your deck searchable with just one Snake Eye Ash. So let's get started. We'll go with normal summon Snake Eye Ash, searching Snake Eye's Poplar, Snake Eye Poplar effect. We'll then be able to special summon from hand, searching out Divine Temple, activate Divine Temple, placing Snake Eye Oak, activate Snake Eye Ash to special summon out Flamebird Dragon, link off Poplar and Flamebird Dragon into Moon of the Closed Sky, trigger 1 Flamebird Dragon effect, chainlink 2, Poplar target the Flamebird put into spell trap zone. And you'll special summon out your Snake Eye Oak and your Snake Eye Ash. You'll activate Snake Eye Oak to bring out Snake Eye's Poplar. It starts very much like the last combo, where then you'll link off Moon of the Closed Sky into Fiendsmith Requiem. Fiendsmith Requiem will activate its effect to special out Fiendsmith Engraver from the deck. You'll then activate the Requiem to equip it from the graveyard to your Fiendsmith. You'll then activate Oak effect, sending itself and Fiendsmith Requiem to grave to special out your second Flamebird. For this combo line, it's quite important to put Flamebird underneath in the middle column here. I know it might seem like you're playing into the Anima Zone, but trust me, you actually need to have it here. You're then going to link off Poplar and Fiendsmith for Fiendsmith Sequentia. You're now going to use Sequentia's effect, putting back your Moon of the Closed Sky and your Fiendsmith Requiem to bring out your Fiendsmith Lacrimosa. We'll activate Lacrimosa, targeting Fiendsmith Engrave, placing it in hand. Then activate your Fiendsmith in hand, sending it to grave to bring out Fiendsmith Tractus. You'll activate Fiendsmith Tractus to search your Fabled Lure, and then discard your Fabled Lure. Fabled Lure activates its effect to special summon. So from here, this is where the combo gets a little bit different. You'll link off your 2 Fabled Lure and Snake Eye Ash into IP Masquerena. You'll activate your Fiendsmith Engrave, shuffling back your Fabled Lure. So then bring out your copy of Beatrice. You'll activate Beatrice, and here's where Beatrice can send any of the floodgates you want. Anti-Spell, Skill Drain, Dimensional Barrier, there can only be one, Solemn Judgment, any of them that you might render as warranted for this situation. And then you probably see where this is going. You now link off for a Nightmare Griffin. Use Nightmare Griffin effect, discarding 1 random card in hand to then set any of your floodgates to board. So you now just have made a searchable floodgate. This is going to be really terrible. But because Nightmare Griffin is on the field, you then are locked under being unable to use the effect of special summon monsters that don't point to a monster. So that's not a problem. You just link off the Nightmare Griffin for a copy of Worldseed Dragon's Lantis, because you can do that for some reason. Then you use the Lantis effect, putting it wherever to reset your zones, so you end on any searchable floodgate you want with Worldseed Dragon's Lantis, Flamebird, IP. That's pretty much it if you want to get anything you can get. Additionally, you can also do something a little bit different with this combo. If you don't want to get one of these floodgates, then you can get another floodgate. So you just use Beatrice effect here, detaching the Fiendsmith, to send transaction rollback from deck to grave. And then on your opponent's turn, you can use the effect again to send the Mayakashi Trap, which means neither player can special summon monsters from the hand, deck, or extra deck for the rest of this turn. And that's how you floodgate your opponent with a 1 Snake Eye Ash, ending on full combo still. Thank you for watching. That's all I've got for everyone today. I hope you enjoyed these combos, and just use them as a guideline. Don't take them as gospel. I'm sure they can be improved upon. Remember to like and subscribe. I'm Retro. Bye.